The approach is to be diligent and attentive. Diligence is as best as you can practice, not more than what you can at any given moment, not less than what you can. With that, let us begin again. Any comfortable seated posture. Spine comfortably erect. Head on top of the spine. Chin parallel to the ground. Eyes softly closed. Shoulders relaxed. Three deep breaths. Every breath, a life-nourishing breath, every breath. Inviting with an open heart and allowing it to leave without any resistance. Normal breathing with the attention on every life-nourishing breath. Open for it to come in and go. A totally relaxed body with the spine erect and with an open mind and heart. You can bring half a smile on your face. Inviting each breath. With open heart and mind. Life as it is flowing right now. We have this magical capacity, the knowing capacity, to see, to observe our own life flowing right here. If the mind wanders away, begin again with this breath. Life as it is flowing right here and now. Palms to the heart center, Namaskar Mudra. May this practice be for the benefit of all beings. Chin to the chest, open your eyes. Inhaling, taking the arms by the side, taking the palms up, pressing the palms up, looking up. Exhaling, bringing the palms down to the chest, looking down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. One last round. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Release. Come up to standing. Broad stance. Your stance is broad, and yet the inner arches are not collapsing down. You can slightly turn your feet toward each other, just a bit. Hands on the waist. Take a deep breath, exhale. Take your arms to the sides, parallel to the ground first. Palms facing the front. Raise your arms halfway up. Next inhalation, move your hips forward, chest forward. Look up as you take your arms toward the back and down, back bend. Next exhalation, hug yourself tightly and bend from the hips forward, chin to the chest. You can bend the knees as you allow the head to go down toward the mat. 4 more rounds. Inhaling back, exhaling forward. Remember, diligence with attention. Diligence is as best as you can, not more. not less. And it does not matter what and how others are doing or not doing at all. Yoga is a journey of self-discovery. And a very deeply personal journey. No need for any comparisons at all. Hands on the waist after completing 5 rounds. Take a deep breath, exhale. Arms up to the sides, parallel to the ground, palms facing the front. Lean toward the right wall first, and then bend further toward the right side, right arm hanging behind the right leg, left arm up toward the ceiling first. Allow the right ear to fall down to the right shoulder, stretching the left side of the neck, and then finally left arm up and over. Left fingers are trying to reach the right wall. Balancing on your feet, even weight on your feet. Inhaling center. Exhaling, lean to the left and bend. And right arm up toward the ceiling. Left ear falling down to the left shoulder, and finally right arm up and over. Upper arm is behind your ear. Right arm is behind your right ear. Inhaling center. 4 more rounds. Remember, it is not about just completing the number of rounds. Diligence with attention. After completing 5 rounds, hands on the waist. Take a deep breath, exhale. Remember, I said it is a journey of discovery. And so it's not something that we are inventing new. We are discovering what is already there. And so there is nothing to prove to others or to yourself. It is to discover yourself. And we will pay attention this moment wherever our body and mind and breath are. And that's a great starting point. Arms to the sides, parallel to the ground, palms facing down, bend at the wrists, fingers pointing to the ceiling. Relax the shoulders, keep the shoulders relaxed. Inhaling center, exhaling, twisting to the right as best as you can. Turn your head and look past your right fingers. Inhaling center. Exhaling, twisting to the left. Turning your head as far as you can and looking through the corner of your eyes to see how far you can see. Inhaling center. 4 more rounds. You're not trying to prove anything, even to yourself. You're not trying to prove. There should be utterly no pressure to get to some peak experience. After completing 5 rounds, hands on the waist. Take a deep breath, exhale. Only as best as you can, not how others are doing or not. And nothing less. Not just about attempting casually. Be sincere in your attempts. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Bending your knees deeply, as deeply as you can. And sitting back in an imaginary chair behind you. Bring the weight distribution on your feet even. Utkatasana variation. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling up. Exhaling, release the arms. Bring your feet comfortably closer, stand relaxed. Release your arms. Front of the mat, Tadasana. Namaskara Mudra. 3 rounds of Surya Namaskara, diligence with attention, begin. Paying attention to every movement, every posture, every breath. As you attend, you can be diligent. And as you are diligent, you can bring attention. If the mind wanders away from the practice, increase your diligence and attention will come back. Begin again with this breath. After completing 3 rounds, separate your feet hip width apart, relax your shoulders. Soft gaze forward and down. Watch the life flowing right here and now. Body sensations, breath, emotions. Part of self-discovery is training the mind. There is no use trying to arrest the mind. We gently train it to attend to what is here. Lovingly attend to what is here. Your life is right here. Three deep breaths. Today, let's approach a few postures, what we call inversions. The basic definition of inversion is to place the heart above the brain. Usually, heart is below the brain, and heart is working against gravity to feed the brain. And inversions allow the brain to be below the heart. We already practice many inversions. It is just that we pay attention to this aspect. Feet hip width apart. We'll begin with simple Uttanasana practice, what we do in Surya Namaskara. With the feet hip width apart, toes directly pointing forward, arms up toward the ceiling, palms facing the front. Reach up. Your feet rooting to the mat, your fingers reaching for the ceiling. 5, 4, 2, 1. Next exhalation, bend from the hips and bend forward halfway. You can bend the knees and bring the upper body halfway down, parallel to the ground, arms parallel to the ground, gazing at your thumbs. You can bend your knees, not a problem. Next exhalation, middle fingers touching the ground away from your feet in the front. Bend further down. Your abdomen is connecting with your thighs, fingertips on the mat away from your feet. Now, then slowly walk your fingers toward your feet. Relax the shoulders, head down. Those who are able to place the palms down on the mat, do that. But shoulders are completely relaxed, head completely relaxed. There is no neck action. Your head is loose. Your shoulders are loose. In fact, hold your elbows so there is no tension in the shoulders. Hold the elbows, not resting the elbows anywhere. The elbows are dangling down. Head dangling down. And watch your breath. 5, 4, deep breaths. 3, 2, 1. Hands on the waist. Inhaling, come up. Release your arms. Observe the subtle changes in the energy flows. It can also, your mood can also shift. The energetics will shift. Remember, we are not trying to look for some peak experience. We are training our mind to watch what is flowing. Take a deep breath, exhale. Feet hip width apart. Place your palms on your glutes, fingers pointing down. Open your chest, elbows pointing to the back wall. Next inhalation, move your hips gently forward, chest forward, look up at the ceiling. Gentle back bend. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling center. Exhaling, release arms. Next, we'll approach Adho Mukha Svanasana. Once again, what we practice in Surya Namaskara sequence. Feet hip width apart. Namaskara Mudra. Inhaling back. Exhaling forward. Inhaling right foot back. Left foot back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. Check few things. Look at your palms and fingers. First, lift your head and look at the palms and fingers. Are the palms shoulder width apart? If they are wider, drop your knees down, make your palms shoulder width apart, and then lift your knees off. And then make sure all the fingers Slightly spread out fingers are rooting on the mat. Then head down. Now focus on getting your seat bone without moving your palms. Your seat bones are moving away from your palms. Even if you need to slightly bend the knees, focus on getting your seat bones to move away from your palms without moving the palms. And as you do, your chest gently moves toward the knees and allow the head to completely loose, hang loose. The head is completely hanging loose. So you're on your toes, even if the heels are not down, that's okay. Palms are rooting to the mat. Seat bones as far away from your palms as possible. Chest as closer to the knees as possible, head hanging loose. 5 deep breaths. Adho Mukha Svanasana. 5, 4, 3. Deep breaths. 2, and 1. Gently, knees down on the mat. Vajrasana. If Vajrasana is not comfortable, Sukhasana, normal cross-legged seated posture. Either in Vajrasana or Sukhasana, spine comfortably erect, shoulders relaxed, chin parallel to the ground, head on top of the spine. Softly close your eyes, allowing your attention even more keenly and lovingly on body sensations, breath sensations, emotions. Lovingly curious about the flow of life right here and now. Like how a mother would pay attention to a young child. Even if the child may be crying or smiling, the loving attention is there. Take a deep breath, exhale. Come to Vajrasana if you're not already in Vajrasana. Place your palms, lean forward and place the palms in front of you on the mat, shoulder width apart. Closer to your knees. Not too far away from the knees, just closer to the knees. And then bend forward, take the forehead toward the mat. And even if you need to slightly lift the seat bones up to place the forehead down on the mat, do that. Once you have the forehead down on the mat, slowly start lifting the seat bones up toward the ceiling, bringing your weight more and more on the roof of your head. You can tuck your toes in if that helps stabilizes the posture. And those who are comfortable, take your palms toward your feet and grab your feet with your hands if you can. Otherwise, keep your palms near the head for support. Variation of Shashankasana. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower the hips down toward the heels. Go back to Vajrasana or Sukhasana. Take a deep breath, exhale. Come to cat posture. Let's approach Shishulasana. Cat posture, where your palms are shoulder width apart, knees hip width apart. Now bend your elbows and place your elbows where your palms are. Palms are down, and the palms can be slightly closer toward each other. Even your thumbs can touch. That's okay. Now keep gazing at your thumbs. Tuck your toes in. Engage your abdomen as tightly as you can. Lift the knees off the mat. Your seat bones going toward the ceiling as best, and then walk forward as best as you can. Walk your feet toward your elbows as much as you can. And finally, head hanging loose. Your head is not on the mat. You're pulling up your shoulders, so your head is not touching the mat. Your head is completely loose. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently walk back, knees down, cat posture, Vajrasana. Vajrasana is to sit with the knees together, toes pointing to the back, big toes touching each other. Your heels are separated, allowing your seat bones to sit between the heels on your feet. Shoulders relaxed. Take a deep breath, exhale. Lie down on your back. Legs together, feet relaxed. Arms close to the body, palms facing down. Observe your heart relax. The blood pressure goes down. In this posture. The heart has to work less. We are allowing the heart to relax consciously. By the way, sleep is very important. Do not try to optimize your sleep for other activities. Just in Hatha Yoga, we activate so we can relax. We relax so we can activate. Take a deep breath. Bring your legs in Sukhasana or Padmasana. Bring your legs in Sukhasana posture, cross-leg posture. And if you're comfortable in Padmasana. We are approaching Matsyasana posture. Now your arms are close to the body. Palms facing down. Now lift your head, chest off the mat, bringing weight onto your elbows. Head and chest off the mat, bringing your weight onto your elbows. You move your elbows if you need to, so you can lift your chest, head and chest off the mat. And then drop your head, stretching the throat. And then place the roof of your head on the mat. Lifting your heart just a bit higher toward the ceiling. Your weight is more carried by the elbows than the head. The chest goes up as best as you can. Matsyasana, deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, first thing that you do is lift your chest even higher and head off the mat before bringing the chin to the chest and down. Release the posture. Take a deep breath, exhale. Now let us approach Sedubandha Sarvangasana. Having already practiced the counter posture, bring your feet hip width apart. Bend your knees. Your feet closer to the seat bones. Perhaps you can reach and touch your heels, or at least you're trying to. Even if you don't touch, that's okay. Your shoulders away from your ears. Next inhalation, hips up. Your abdomen is completely relaxed. Tighten your glutes as best as you can with the next inhalation, gently moving your hips further up and bringing the chest closer to the chin. Bringing the chest closer to the chin. Now, those who are comfortable, press the palms together, interlace the fingers. Others might want to slide your arms underneath, bend the elbows, and place the palms on your glutes to support the bridge posture. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your arms, release your hips, release your legs, Relax. Take a deep breath, exhale. Now let us practice Sarvangasana with the assistance of a wall, or actually better to bring a chair. Sit up, roll to your right and sit up. Roll to your right and sit up. Get up and go find a sturdy chair. A sturdy chair, bring it back to the mat. A chair not with wheels, it should be stable. With a seat facing you. Yes, and now lie down on the mat. Lie down on your back. With your legs perhaps going underneath the chair first. Remember, your chair should not move. Now, scoot closer to the chair, as close to the chair, where your hips are perhaps aligned with the edge of the chair. And you can now even place your legs, like how Manjita's done. Your hips, yeah, that is good, Sanjay. Yes. First, lie down on your back, scoot your seat bones as close to the chair, and then place your legs on the chair. Get as close to the chair as you can, and then place your legs on the chair. Very good. Arms close to the body. Now, bring your feet to the edge of the seat. Bring your feet to the edge of the seat. Now remember, the chair should not be moving. Now next inhalation, hips up as best as you can. If you're feeling too much pressure on your head and doesn't feel okay, relax. Don't lift your hips too far up. Otherwise, lift your hips as far to bring your spine and thighs in alignment. Spine and thighs alignment. Now, bend your elbows and place your palms on your lower back. Your elbows are closer to the body, not too far away from the body. And that also should support to keep the hips up. Now, those who are comfortable, lift the right leg up toward the ceiling. Otherwise, just keep both the feet on the chair. 5 deep breaths with this leg up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the right foot down and slowly release the hips down. We'll go up again for the other leg. If you're not lifting the leg, that is okay. We are simply going to repeat what we just did. Take a deep breath. Bring your feet to the edges of the chair, edge of the chair. Next inhalation, hips up as far as you can. Now slide the arms underneath, bend the elbows, place the palms on the lower back, supporting your lower back. Now those who are comfortable, lift the left leg up toward the ceiling. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the left foot down. Release the hips down. Release the legs. Bring your legs underneath the chairs so your legs are comfortably on the mat. Now let us once again practice Matsyasana. Bring your legs in Sukhasana or Padmasana, whichever you're comfortable with. Inhaling. First of all, bring your arms close to the body. Inhaling, head up, chest up, climb on to your elbows. Even if you have to move your elbows closer to the shoulder, up. Your head is up, chest is up, and then look up and then stretch the throat. And then allow the head to hang loose behind. If you're not able to reach the ground on the back, that's okay. 5 deep breaths, 5. You should feel the breath in your throat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the head off the mat, chin to the chest. Release the head, release the legs. Hug your knees, rock back and forth. Side to side. Settle back down. Proceed to Shavasana. Surrendering in Shavasana. No posture, either intentional or unintentional, conscious, unconscious. Allow the body to be taken by gravity. Vairagya is part of the practice. Vairagya is to let go. Non-attachment. Non-attachment to wanting to control the body. In some posture. Surrender. Rest your awareness on your abdomen. Loving attention to the life as it is flowing right here and now. Relax. Relax. Let go and relax. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently come out of Shavasana. Take your time, come to sitting, eyes closed. Taking your hands back, inhaling, growing taller, exhaling, bending forward, thanking Mother Earth. Inhaling, come on. Rubbing your palms vigorously, generating heat. Massaging your eyes, gently opening your eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Have a good evening and a good day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you. Hello.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jess.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Jay.
you so much.